another one.
So the Scrum Master sentiment says, my team feels ineffective. So the sentiment of the team is that they feel ineffective in the work that they do. So it says, after a team health assessment, my team scored themselves a collective 3.4 out of 6 on feeling their skills and abilities contributing to the team goal. That's a tough one. Besides having a convo with the product owner about clarifying the team goal, how else can I help my team? Let's start the clock on this one. This is a very, very good one, right? Because the Scrum Masters, like their priority is to make sure the team is a well-oiled machine. And that's why they do all these type of surveys and these team building exercises and the retrospectives and the planning and the sprint review and the stand up, all that. Like all that is to make sure that the team is working very, very well. So when you get almost a half, like when it's almost half of the scale, that the team doesn't feel that their skills or abilities are contributing to the team goal, it can be very, very daunting and depressing, and people don't want to be there anymore. And then you're going to start to get attrition and all that type of stuff. And that absolutely sucks. So, what are some ways that you can help the team? So, I think some ways that you can do that is, so definitely, like, you definitely want to make sure that the team understands the team goal 100%. However, I think also what helps is having them feel like they also own the team goal. So instead of them, like the product owner just telling them what the team goal is or clarifying it, give them some sense of ownership over the team goal. You know, it's very important that the team has an invested interest. The team should also be a stakeholder in what the team produces. If the team doesn't care or they don't understand, then they're just gonna do the work. I always tell this story. There was this one, like a few jobs ago, pretty new there, and the product owner writes up a story, and all of myself and the developers understood it a certain way. But as I'm testing it and I'm reading it over and over and over again, reading the acceptance criteria, I'm like, something doesn't seem right. So I asked the product owner, like, I'm getting mixed understandings on this acceptance criteria. Is this what you meant or is this what you meant? And he said, oh, this is what I meant. And what he meant, we actually developed the opposite of it. Like, not opposite, but like it was totally different. And we had to rework that. So it's one thing that's very important is that having the team contribute to what the goal is. Ask them for their opinions. Ask them about what they think the experience is going to be. Ask them, like, have them own the project. And with that type of buy-in, you get so much more done. Now, the skills and the abilities, you have to ask them, okay, what are you lacking? What do you think that you're missing? What don't you understand? Having those conversations, and you can have a group setting, you can have one-on-one conversations. So I'd say set up one-on-ones with each member of the team, right? Also have a group conversation with them. Have a retro or something like that, right? Have the PO. Have, like, one thing that my Scrum Master, one of the best Scrum Masters that I've ever in my life worked with. Shout out to my amazing Scrum Master. Clap it up. During our sprint retrospectives, sprint retros at the end of the sprint, you go back and you review the past sprint. But something that this Scrum Master did was they went through the 12 principles of Agile with the every sprint, right? So it took like almost 24 weeks, 12 sprints to go through the 12 principles of Agile and ask us questions about, like, okay, so this is the principle. What do you think about it? How do you think our team embodies it? How can we use it better and stuff like that? Which puts it at the forefront of our mind. And when we were building an application, it's really like the product owner says, okay, this is the initiative that we want for the company, and now we trust you to go and execute and build it and think about the ideas, and we just want this is what we want, but we give it to you to figure it out and to build it, and then that we really own it and think about it that way, as opposed to some companies, it's like the product owner just writes all the stories. The development team has no involvement, and they just have to try to understand and ask questions instead of them owning it. So I think that those principles, those keys, like navigating that way, is going to increase that score so that they can feel a sense of pride and ownership on their work. I think that the bigger problem is that they feel no pride, they feel no ownership on the work that they're doing. You should put it back in their hands and say, all right, this is what the company wants. Can you take us to the promise? Can you be our LeBron James? Can you be our, that's Mitch's favorite player. That's the only reason I use LeBron James. Can you take us to the promised land, LeBron? And that's going to help the team and their morale and having a good understanding, having consistent retrospective so they can share how things are going, if things are getting better. Things shouldn't be a surprise. Things should not. I never believe in surprises, right? We should already know how everything is going, right? So hopefully that was able to help. Let's wrap that one up.
I walked in the room, felt like a king. With my polished resume, I thought I could swing. They asked me about skills I claim to know, but deep down inside, my mind was moving slow. A smile on my face, but I felt it beneath. The truth creeping in, yeah, it stole all my belief. Caught in the lie, what a tangled web I weave. Thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score. I'm just hoping they won't slam the closing door. They nodded politely, asked me a lot, but every single answer, man, I just got caught. Thought I had it all, confidence on high. Now I'm just a fish lost in the sky. As I left the room, I could feel the weight. A decision was brewing, and it felt like fate. Caught in the lie, what a tangled web I weave. Thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score. I'm just hoping they won't slam the closing door. The closing door. Now here's my lesson, clear as can be. Honesty's the way, yeah, that's the key. The closing door. I walked in the room, felt like a king. With my polished resume, I thought I could swing. I walk in the light, what a tangled web I weave. Ooh, thought I was slick, but they just wouldn't believe. Next week they'll call, I already know the score.